Hi guys, welcome to week 1's NaNoWriMo vlog. Spoiler alert, it is November 5th and I haven't written anything at all. So, I'm working on a couple other things. I knew that I was aware that this was gonna happen, so it's not a surprise to me. So I am trying to wrap up my course. I have some other things, just some odds and ends I'm trying to wrap up with my course, and then my course should launch soon, so I'm really excited to tell you guys about that and to actually reveal it on the whole channel. If you're on the course's newsletter, which the link is down below to sign up for it, you will have gotten an email. You will be getting more emails. So anyway, my plans for today, because I have a little bit of time today, I've been trying to work through The Anatomy of Story and the Save the Cat, the new novel one. That's on my agenda to try to flesh out my outline. Plan, I've been rambling. Plan is I'm going to make some dinner. Oh yeah, it's totally dark in the house. Let me see if I can turn on some lights. We have very yellow lights in our entire house, but we got an Instant Pot. Yeah, there's some dog hair, you know, don't judge us. We got an Instant Pot. So yeah, if you've got any recipes you want to share, they had a really good sale at Target that's actually better than last year's Black Friday sale. So I was like, let's get it. What the heck? Now that that light's on, it's messing with it's messing with everything. Help! The nursery actually might be the one place in the entire house that gets the best lighting. It looks very blue because of my camera color grade. I don't want to show you. I'm doing a mural on that wall, so I'm not gonna show you that. But anyway, okay, lighting is better, color is better. All right, I'm gonna let the doggies in and get to all of this. I think I'm gonna get started on dinner. I'm gonna snack, do a workout, eat dinner with Steven, he should be home by then, and then get to work. You didn't see my hand motion. Get to work. He's looking for a stick that I threw and really just put on the counter. Don't tell him. I think he heard me. You found a new one, you cheater. That's not the one I threw, because that's in the house. Although you look like you got a workout. Figured I would do a bump update because I'm also gonna look back on these videos just to see how big I thought I was when I wasn't later on in the pregnancy, and just to kind of look back, you know, for me. So baby, I don't know how to show you guys. So as of Wednesday, I don't know what the date is, a couple days before this video goes up, I am 23 weeks pregnant. So yeah, I think the third trimester starts at 27 weeks. I don't know, so I think I got about another month before I'm in the third trimester. It's like, holy crap, this thing is going by fast. Especially for you guys, because you just found out about it. But yeah, you know, baby stuff. So let's just keep working. Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of NaNoWriMo. Last week I did not have enough footage for you guys. I didn't have enough content, so I didn't want to put out like half a video. I just wasn't able to write. So last Thursday, which was the was it the 8th? I was able to do I was able to work on my novel for the first time, work on the outline, so got a little bit of that done on a live stream for my patrons on Patreon, which was a ton of fun, and I really liked it. Whew. My arm's already tired. But pretty much for the whole first week of November, I knew I was working on another project, so I couldn't work on my novel, and now I feel like I probably have about a week worth of outlining that I have to do. Kier, what are you doing? Oh yeah, by the way, we've shaved half of him. That's why he's got a crazy haircut right now. Poor Rocky. All the girls are gonna make fun of him. But I'm finally working on it, and I have to say, So I want to talk a little bit about outlining in a minute, and outlining while you're writing. So not writing during NaNo, because I know there's a lot of people like me that are doing the same thing, that instead of writing, you've paused to outline, car going by, or you've realized while writing that maybe your outline needs more work, and you might feel guilty about not writing during NaNo. So I want to talk a little bit about that. But I have realized I'm a little stressed right now, and it's not because of NaNo, it's because of other things. You cheater. That's not what I threw. There's another hair in the back of my throat. This is what living with a husky is. So since I've been a little stressed, I want to take today and do some yoga. I think I'll do yoga. I've been pretty good about meditation. It would have been nice to go on a walk, but I haven't gotten the courage to take both of the dogs on a walk by myself. And it's not really relaxing because they're okay on the leash one at a time, but together they're like, we must pull her through the neighborhood. It's like their energy feeds off each other. So but anyway, I'm gonna do some yoga, and I'm gonna do it in my PJs because those are the only bottoms that really fit me right now. I don't think I have any like looser belly bottoms that I can wear, so I'll be doing some yoga in my PJs. But I got to work on the nursery a little bit more and painting, and I'm really excited to show you guys what it's gonna look like. I'm excited to get everything together. I have like a mental plan for how everything's gonna look, so I'm really excited. It's coming together already, and we got some more baby items coming off of our registry, and every little item that we get is just so much more, like, makes it a little more real every time. So the first time I ordered maternity clothes, it came with a little pacifier. It was just so cute getting the pacifier and then like imagining the little baby. And we've gotten like a couple onesies, and so yeah, but now we have some stuff to go in the nursery, and like, oh my goodness, just makes it so much more real that we're having a little baby soon. You poor doggy. We need to finish giving you a haircut. Look at those fluffy paws. Sometimes he takes the statue approach to stick hunting, and he freezes. Okay. Go get it. He's like a little ninja. So to wrap up this vlog for these 2 weeks, I did want to talk about, like I said, stopping NaNoWriMo to work on your outline, because I know I'm not the only one that is working on my outline right now instead of writing, and I know of a lot of other writers who have started to write for NaNoWriMo, and then they find that they have to stop to outline. So I took a couple notes on some things that I wanted to talk about. So these tips are for whether you've planned to outline. I knew that I needed to outline. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to write fresh words this month, and if I did, they wouldn't really be good words. So whether it was planned like me or it's a surprise, whether you've gotten to a point in your novel and you're like, I don't know where this is going, or you feel like things just aren't up to par, up to where they should be, or you feel like character isn't fully developed enough, I have some tips to make you feel better for stopping to outline, even if it's just for a day or if you're outlining for a week. I probably will be outlining for a whole nother week, which means I will only have about a week to write any fresh words for NaNoWriMo. And I'm okay with that. And it is something that I've had to trick myself into being okay with and to talk myself into being okay with, but I feel like I'm at a positive place with it so that I don't feel bad about outlining. So let's just jump into the tips. My number one tip for you is to stay in your lane. Don't try to compare yourself to other people. If you find yourself comparing, like if Twitter, I really like the word sprints on Twitter, if that's become a toxic environment for you, if you look at people's word counts and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not writing, I'm so far behind, they're doing so much better than me, then don't look at Twitter. Just avoid any social media like that, anything that's making you feel bad about your own progress. Stay in your lane. Those people who have already completed their Nano goal, you have no idea where they are in their life. You can't superimpose how much they've written on your life because you're busy. Everybody is busy, but you don't know how long they've been working on that story. Maybe they've been outlining for 3 months and you outlined for a month, but then found that it wasn't enough. Or maybe you usually pants and now you're trying outlining. You can't compare yourself to somebody when you don't know their full situation. So looking at a little snapshot doesn't do you any good. You may have way more going on in your life right now than other people do. Other people may have more going on than you do and they haven't written anything, and you may have written more than them. So it's tough not to do, but don't compare yourself to anybody and just stay in your own little lane. It's a nice lane to be in. Number two, and this is kind of a mindset thing, is to understand that it's important for you to do what's right for your story. You need to do right by your story, and it's important for you to grow as a writer. So if you need to stop and outline to figure something out, stop and outline. You don't have to meet this goal of writing 50,000 words a month. It's nice to be able to say that you did it, and it feels like bragging rights for a lot of people, but if that's what your story needs and it's what you need to grow as a writer, to better grow as a writer and to improve yourself, then stop to outline. You shouldn't feel guilty for improving yourself and for improving your story, because it's going to save you time later on. Yes, you may miss words this month, but they might be words that you'll trash anyway when you finally stop, go back and outline everything and realize, I don't need half of what I wrote during Nano. You don't really want to do that. I don't like to think of any words that you cut from your novel as wasted words, because you grow with everything that you write, no matter how good or bad it is. But if you can save yourself time and sanity now, then just stop and outline and know that it's what your story needs and it's what you need to grow as a writer as well. Tip number 3 is to stop looking at where you should be. I haven't even checked a single time how many words I'm supposed to have written by today's date. I haven't looked once. Don't look at that, because it's gonna make you feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. It's just gonna fill you with dread, and you don't need dread right now. NaNoWriMo is supposed to be a positive thing, it's supposed to be a happy thing, so don't even look at where you're supposed to be, because it's just a goal. It's kind of nice if you make it, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. Any amount of new words is amazing, even if it's not new words. I'm going going through my entire outline, and I'm making this like the best outline, not like the longest outline by any means, but I understand this story so much more. I understand the characters so much more, and I'm taking the time to really get to know things, the people, the place, everything, and understand where the story, where I want it to go, where the characters want it to go, and I'm taking the time now to do that. So hopefully it'll save me some time in the editing process, and hopefully I'll have a better story for it. But my point is just don't pay attention to where you're supposed to be. Wherever you are, if you're working on your story, even if it's just for an hour in a week, you're still making progress on your novel. Tip number 4 is to treat your outline time as your nano time. I really like Camp NaNoWriMos in April and July, I think, because you can set an hourly goal as opposed to just a word count goal. November is only word count goals. But the Camp NaNoWriMos, you can set an hour goal. So you can say, I want to do like, I want to work 100 hours or however much on my novel. I really like that because you can do it for new words, for editing, for outlining, just as long as you're working on your novel, you can use it for anything. So treat your nano time as outline time instead. So you're kind of switching gears a little bit and thinking in terms of hours, how many hours you've put towards your project, which you can't log in Nano, so that's kind of the frustrating part. But if you enjoy NaNoWriMo sprints, use that as your outlining time. So if you're on Twitter and they're hosting NaNoWriMo sprints, just participate. Say if it's a 20-minute sprint for 20 minutes where you're just totally focused on your outline, you're looking through whatever. I have anatomy of story, I've said that a million times already. Break out whatever you need to break out and focus for 20 minutes. Just use it as focus time. Instead of writing new words, you're outlining. Again, Nano is supposed to be a positive experience. It's supposed to bring other writers together. It's supposed to help you build discipline. And you're still building discipline if you're spending time on your story. It doesn't have to be writing specifically. It's catered toward writing specifically, but the goal is just to make sure you can be a more disciplined person. You can have accountability and responsibility with your writing and with your story, and you can still do that if you're outlining. You can still make progress, and you can still build discipline by outlining. My last tip, tip number 5, is to always be grateful for every word that you've written down, for every scene that you've written, for everything that you've figured out, for every little epiphany about your plot. Be grateful for every little bit, because every little step is bringing you closer towards the finished project, and it's bringing you closer towards a good finished project. So be grateful for every little epiphany that you have that can just make your life as a writer easier, that can help you have quality words instead of just the quantity. So even if, say you stop an outline and you're still able to meet your 50,000 word goal, now you have quality and quantity. So focus on the positives, focus on being in a good mindset and a happy mindset, and just be grateful and appreciative for all the time and effort you're putting into your story and for how far your stories come. Even if you're stuck right now in a big plot hole, be grateful that you found the plot hole. Even though you're trying to figure out what the heck you're gonna do with it, be grateful that you found it, and that I think it speaks really well when you can find it yourself and you don't have to have somebody else tell you about it. You will have things that people will have to tell you about, but it just shows how much you're growing when you can find those things and you can point them out and be like, that's not right, I need to fix it. So just be grateful for every little amazing thing, even if it seems like a negative, find the silver lining and just be grateful for it. Anyway, I hope you found some inspiration for this 2-week vlog. I wanted it to be every week, but like I said, I just didn't have enough stuff. So I hope you found some inspiration in this. I hope it made you feel a little better if you're not if you're not writing and you're outlining instead, or if you're just not writing at all. Those tips totally still apply to you for the most part. And yeah, we're all at different places. It's important to look for inspiration, but just don't make yourself feel bad if you're not where that person is. So always make sure it's a positive thing, always make sure you feel good about it. I hope I'm making so many of you feel good about it, about wherever you are in your own writing journey right now and whatever you have going on in your life. I hope I'm making you feel better. I am going to, I'm not even big pregnant yet and I already get out of breath. I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night and probably eat another meal. I eat smaller meals now, so I kind of eat 2 dinners. And then I'm just gonna relax for a little bit. I think, since Thursday I've worked 5 days. So in about a week, I've worked 5 days on my outline and I've got about 8 hours of work done in that time. Yesterday I worked for 3 hours. Today so far I've only done 1 hour, but I do plan on doing another hour just to get more work in. I'm about 1/3 of the way through the anatomy of structure. I'm seriously taking my time with it and it's hard to let myself take the time that I need to, but I'm taking my time with it because I know it'll pay off. Every other page I feel like I have an epiphany about the outline and I have an epiphany about the story, so I know it's gonna be worth it. I know it's gonna be help me in the end. So anyway, hopefully I haven't rambled too long in this video. I feel like it might be long. We'll see how much content I have. It wasn't enough for 2 videos, but it might be too much for 1 video. We'll see. Rue Bear is currently trying to mind control the door. I don't know if I've ever said this on my channel, but he likes to mind control the door to open. He just thinks if he stares at it for long enough, I'm talking about you. Yeah. If you stare at it long enough, it just magically opens, doesn't it? He doesn't think that, like, this is what opens it. He just thinks he opens it. Yep. Mind control right now. He said, I'm busy, Mom. I gotta concentrate. You're ruining my concentration, Mom. All right. Happy writing to all of you. I guess this is the first time I've said it on a different video, but I have a Patreon page now, so go check that out down below if you want to check it out at all. And yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video, which I will start filming tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, but not really. You won't see me until next week. Bye guys.